Okay, let's look at 2.2. We're still on the airplane narrative, okay, with our boy Leonard and our girl Stephanie, okay? So it says an airplane flies at a height of 10,050 meters above sea level, right? We see that in the picture. And a submarine dives to a depth of 6 kilometers below sea level. So this dude is below, this guy is above, okay? So there's obviously like a distance between them, okay? So it says, what is the distance between the airplane and the submarine in meters? Very important, okay? So we know to get from there to sea level, it's going to be that 10,050 meters. And here it's going to be 6 kilometers. But we have to convert kilometers into meters because they've asked us, right, to give the answer in meters. So we know that 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So 6,000 meters is going to equal 6 kilometers. If you don't believe me, just times that side by 6 and times that by side by 6. Okay, so the distance between the airplane, right, and the submarine would be that distance from the airplane to the sea plus the distance from the sea to the submarine. So let's just hoy that in our calculator. And that is the distance. Now, I'm missing something here, aren't I? The meters, right? They have asked us to put, right, it in meters. You can't just say 16,050. Like, that means nothing. It has to be 16,050 meters. Okay, so that's that answer there. Let's now move on to the next question. So it says, on the axes above, clearly indicate using the letter A where a small airplane flying at a height of 9,843 feet would be if 1 foot equals this many meters. Okay, show all the necessary conversions, okay, and conversion calculations in the space provided below. Okay, so we know that the number of meters here is going to be less than the number of feet because we see that 1 feet only equals a partial amount of a meter. Okay, partial, I mean it is less than 1. Okay, so let's just convert this. Okay, so let's just write what we have. So 1 foot equals 0.0. Ooh, you're writing the wrong answers here, Mogs. Okay, so now we have this many feet and we want to work out how many meters we have. Okay, so what we need to do is here, to get from 1 to 9843, we have to multiply by 9843. Okay, do you see that? So let's do the same thing here. Okay, 9843. Okay, right? Because what we do to the one side of a ratio, we must always do to the other side of a ratio. Okay, so it is this many meters, okay, above, right, above this water, okay? So we know that it's kind of going to be around here, okay? So you can round this off if you want, right? You can round it off. I'm just showing you that you can do that. The reason it's 5 is because the third decimal is 6, which is above 5, so we have to round 4 up, okay? So it wants us to show, right, it says using the letter A. So we know that it's going to be 3,000 meters above the sea level. So that's 10,000 meters above the sea level. So let's kind of count the blocks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so each block actually represents 1,000. Okay, so you might be like, okay, Marks, how did you do that? So we had 10 here, and this is just over 10. So if you say this amount, if you just say 10,000 divided by 10 blocks, you'll see that each block represents, right, 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer. Okay, so we know 1, 2, 3 that A is going to be over here. Okay, that's quite important. Okay, it's quite important that we understand these things. Okay, so all we did here is we basically did a ratio. we increased it up, found where A would be, which is this other airplane, which is flying quite low compared to the airplane that we have there, okay? But it says it's a smaller airplane. Thank goodness we don't have to draw the airplane. That would have been a solid challenge. But that's where it's going to be, okay? I hope that was helpful, guys. Let's move on to 2.3.